Hi everyone. Today I have for you a video that I've made showing an estate sale that I went to this week. It was an old farmhouse on a farm, and I think the couple, a man and a woman, had passed away, and the children were trying to organize and sell everything because they said the farm had sold. So I have a little bit of video showing the upstairs of the house. The downstairs was too busy for me to film, but I did film some upstairs. And then after that, I will show you my haul of what I purchased at the sale. I went there looking for a couple of smaller items to put on my gallery wall, and all of these silhouettes were really nice as well. They had some frames with dried flowers in them and various other vintage photos and pictures and paintings. I apologize for my finger sticking in front of the camera. These are some nice lithographs in large frames. They were just a little bit too big for what I was looking for. And then here on this bed, she had a bunch of material all folded up and a few odds and ends of sheets, pillowcases, and blankets. I really liked this old material. I think it was bark cloth. I just didn't know what I would do with it. It was a pair of old curtains. And then also this was a large piece of ticking, and I really liked that. But again, I didn't know what I would do with it. Here there was a nice old dresser with numerous clocks on it, small ones and large ones. There was quite a bit of vintage and antique furniture up here. It was in slightly rough shape, but it easily could have been refinished, because it was solid wood. So this is a view of my haul I got from the estate sale today. I will show you each individual item, and I'll post pictures up in the corner of approximately what they're worth on a site, whether it's Etsy or eBay, Poshmark, or whichever. Also, in the titles, it will help identify what each vintage item is. Now, I went there just to find a couple things for my gallery wall to finish it off, some small items. And I did find this one. It's a porcelain concaved hand-painted frame, smaller than my hand, and it's got a brass frame around it. Now originally I think on the top there was a spot for this wall hanger, but it looks like it did break, and somebody attempted to put it back together with this ribbon. So it's probably still the way I will hang it, just because that's the way I found it. And this has a mark on it somewhere. I believe that says, yeah, right there, it says Japan. So that's a nice, unique item. Will go up on my wall. And then the next items I found are these two silhouette pictures. They are in a copper frame, and they have a concave glass to where the silhouette is painted on. These also are vintage. This is the back of them. There is no maker's mark or anything on them, but these two will go up on my wall. Now they are about 4 inches by 3 inches wide. This is an eBay comp I found for one of the same pictures, and it's for $14 US. And then here I am showing you where I place them on my gallery wall, the 2 small ones and the other oval one. And then I'll give you an overview of how my gallery wall looks here, completed, and I'm quite happy with it. Next, I found this wooden butter paddle. I love collecting these vintage carved or handmade wooden items. This one is about 5 inches wide and about 9 inches long. Here is some comps for the paddle on, I believe it's Etsy. Now, I can't tell you what I paid for each individual item because I just put a bunch of things together and she gave me one lump sum for everything. So at the end, I'll give you the total of what everything cost me. The next wooden item is this tamper. It has some age to it as well. Here is an example of what I found. It was only a set of 3. That was the only tampers that I could find, and they were asking $69.44. And then I picked up 2 of these wooden spools just for decoration. She had a whole bowl of these. Then the next item I picked up was this for my collection of red-handled vintage kitchen items. This is a can opener, bottle opener. It's about 8 inches long. And then I've got this little tin, and it says on it that it's 3 Flowers face powder, and it has a Toronto, Ontario address on the bottom of it. And I'm just trying to see if I can get this open. There, I had to put the camera down in order to get it open. Now the example that I'm going to post up in the corner is in a little bit better shape than this one. You can read the back of it better than you can read the back of mine. But I just thought that was a cute little piece of vintage ephemera. Then I did pick up a few pieces of jewelry, mostly brooches. This is just a little hummingbird. There is no maker's mark on this one. This one, there's no maker's mark as well, and it's a brooch. This came as a set, this brooch and these 2 earrings. They are not antique or very vintage because they are for pierced ears, and they don't quite match. The earrings are a little bit darker than the brooch. And then this piece is marked. It says Sarah Coventry on the back. Actually, it says Coventry, Canada, if I can get it to focus. There we go. Coventry, Canada. And when I looked it up, it is made by Sarah Coventry. Focus here. There we go. And it's a tiger's eye stone in the center. The next item is this case. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus again. Case of hat pins. And it says they are 8 inches long, but there is one in there that is 9 inches long. and come on, camera. It sticks out the bottom by about an inch, so I just have to be careful with that. I loved the graphics on this vintage piece of ephemera. It says the castle pin holds the hat firm in a gale. That's kind of funny. Next, I picked up this vintage red star. It's a candle holder. It's really pretty. Now the example, the only one that I found that was for sale or sold, and I'll put the picture up above, said that it was flashed. But this one, I don't think is flashed. There are no scratch marks, no signs that the paint is coming off. Quite a nice item, and I'll be using that in my decor, probably at Christmas time. Then, to add to my collection of small salt and pepper shakers, I found 2 of these. And I couldn't find any examples of the exact same one, so I don't know who makes these. They do have the tops, the glass tops, and they are a pedestal type salt and pepper shaker. Now the bottoms feel like cut glass, but the top or the middle portions don't. They feel like pressed glass in the middle. So I don't think they're extremely valuable or anything, but they were just to add to my collection. And I will show you so far. These are the ones that I have collected so far. Then I found this item, and this is a brass brush and a little dustpan, and these are called Silent Butler or Silent Waiter. And I don't think there is any maker's mark on this that I could see, but I did find several other examples of these brushes and dustpans, so I will post pictures of them as well up above. Next, I found another one of these cranberry glass jugs. I already have one, and I found this second one. It has the swirled glass handle. There's no maker's mark or anything on the bottom of this one. And this one is slightly narrower than the last one that I picked up. Then I also picked up a bunch of doilies. Most of them are crocheted. A couple of them might be tatted. This one might be tatted. And this one. And I use these in doily and lace books that I make for sale or to give away. So I just pick them up wherever I can find them. And any of them that are badly stained or cut up or anything, I continue to cut them, and I use them as pockets and such inside the book. And I will put a picture also of what one of my lace and doily books looks like. And I have tutorials and videos of how I've made those books and what they look like on my channel, if you are interested. Then next, I found this vintage scarf. It's very fragile. It's almost like a fine net, and it has very fine crocheted edge along it. And on the bottom is this beautiful crocheted and lace trim. So this will be used in my decor also. I won't cut this one up. I'll just use it underneath something that I want to display. And the last thing that I purchased was this gorgeous blanket or lap throw. I will be using this during the winter months to keep me nice and warm while I'm reading. So everything I purchased at this estate sale today cost me $38.25. And that is my haul for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the items that I picked up.